Hey, this is Ryan Forbes. I'm in my ukulele shop. Thought I would go through some of the process that I have learned. I've got some koa. Here's some sides. So I've got these thickness down and I trimmed them off. They're tapered. I've got it in the form now, heated it up. This is how the first one came out. Right now I'm heating up the blanket for this other side. So now you can see I've heated the side and now I've put the clamps on. Here are the sides placed in the form. Head block is in there and I'm gluing the tail block now. The back side of the kerfing looks like this. Have the kerfing glued on. I'm really pleased with this. It's bending the wood very well. I've inserted some plates in here. You can see this right here. So I can cut this sound port. This is what I came up with. Okay, now I'm going to work on the end graft. I cut my grooves there. I've sanded off the top. To show you what I'm doing, I've got some bead of glue right there. Hopefully I'll put this on it. Hold that down. Get another clamp. I'm going to cut the rosette. This is the rosette right here. And this rosette is going to be about right there. Cutting a groove for the rosette. I have sanded it down. Sound hole. You see the bracing on the top. To take as much bulk off of this as possible. As I do this, every now and then I listen to it. I'm going to now join the back. I've got two hook match pieces of wood. I've joined the back. We're getting ready to make the braces for the back. So I've made the braces. Okay, I have completed the bracing. The back is glued on. That's how it looks on the inside. The top is being glued on now. And trimming off the edges now to the profile of the box. Look at that baby. Ooh, what's I'm talking about? I am bending the bindings now. Okay, right now I'm cutting out some channels for the binding. Thought I would show how that's working out. Cut the top and back channels. I have installed just about all the binding. Started the fretboard now. I'm looking at these marks. See where I have these lines marked. So I've been sanding off the edges. Now all the lines are gone. At this point I have radiused the fretboard and then I have tapered it. This is the binding that I have placed that I've glued around the fretboard. This is a close-up of the fret markers that I just put in. I take the fret wire and I use my snippers and I snip it off to I have the right length for that fret. You need to get rid of the tang on the end of each side so it will go in the slot and then hang over on the binding. As I see other people do, I just got my hammer and put some duct tape on it. I'm a duct tape guy. This is the completed fretboard. Okay, ready to start on the neck. First cut on the neck blank. Neck blank marked off now for the tenon. Got the tenon cut. And then now I have cut the profile out of the neck. This is the tenon. I have drilled the first hole. And I use this drill guide these insets put in there for the bolts. Designed and cut out the peg head, and after I put the veneer on, of course, now I have routed the edges so you can see the rough installation of the binding and purfling. Voila! Thickness, the peg head and the neck. Completed the slots. It looks fabulous. I have glued the fretboard onto the neck. The next step is to the heel cap. If you do it low speed, you have a lot of control. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit like a neck. Wow, but this is how it's come out. Side fret markers now. This is how she's looking right now. Sliver of Sharpie line on the very top so that I know it's still level with the other frets. So I'm going to go through that, and the ends of these frets, I'm going to dress those up to make them feel nice, look nice. That I did work on the nut. I actually made the bridge as well. So started out with a piece of wood like this. I have used this black leather dye, and really came out looking nice. One thing I didn't show earlier is the pickup has actually been in here since before I did the box. Now I'm doing the pore filling with some resin, epoxy resin and hardener. Spread it on here, and it will fill in all the pores. This is the first coat of the epoxy. First coat is done, and I'm going to sand this off with some 320. We'll sand it flat. The second coat of Z-epoxy is on there. It's a little thinner. I am now sanding off the second coat. I've chosen to use wipe-on poly. It's polyurethane. This is one of the most exciting times because you get to actually see how it's going to look. Let's watch this pop. Just have to make sure I get this. Watch this. Oh my goodness. Look at how that is. 3 coats have been applied now. Okay, I'm putting in the tuners. Last one, need one more hole drill for the screw there. I've cleaned up the fretboard. Did some more sanding, a lot of steel wool. She's finished. I'm putting in the pickup now, and you can see the end of it sticking out of here. So I brought it through with a dowel, and this decorative end piece goes on for your strap. So I'm going to mark the outside strings and then even up for the other 2 inside strings.